Good morning, heathens. So today I have my September 2020 Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. So now that Ipsy, which is still $25 a month, the Glam Bag Plus, but now that they have started doing the full customized bag, they show you the 2 items that they picked for you, and then you get to pick the other 3. So I know everything that's coming in here. I've got a thing over to the side for preparation. My hair is wet because I just showered. My face is red because I just cleansed. So we're gonna get right on in. I've already put on a little bit of moisturizer through the middle of my face to hopefully help with my forehead dryness because of one product in here especially. So this is this month's cute little bag, little drawstring bag. It's like a weird, almost corduroy, but it's not corduroy, it's not velvet. It's got the little Ipsy logo, and it's got the 2 little gold drawstrings. So, without further ado, let's get right on in. So, the first thing that I want to take out, if I can find it, maybe. There it is. Well, let's take out the card first. Is it going to give us pricing so I can explain? No. So this is Better Together. This month's theme is good vibes. So since I know everything that's going to be in here, my bag was over $200 value. It was either like $213 or $217 because once you make all your selections, it pops up telling you what your value is. So one of the things that they selected for me was an official beauty blender. I've never used a beauty blender before because I've never wanted to pay the price, if I'm being honest. But I'm excited to finally try one and kind of see what all the hype is about, because maybe the reason I hate sponges is because I've never used a beauty blender. I don't know. So we're going to take a cup of water. I filled it with water. I can't show you because I'll spill it everywhere, and I'm going to dampen the beauty sponge. A beauty blender. I can actually say beauty blender now. I'm so used to saying beauty sponge because it wasn't a beauty blender. So I'm going to let this sit over here for a minute while we get into these other products. I'm going to take a shirt that is clean but hasn't been put away and wipe the water off of the mirror. I just got water all over my desk. And then we're going to go into some of the next products. So I have quite a few skincare products. So first I'm going to pull out the one that I know I'm not going to use in this video, but I've tried before and I love. It is the Dr. Brandt Pore Dermabrasion. It's the Pore Perfecting Exfoliator. If you've never used this and you really like very fine exfoliators, highly recommend if you can get a good deal on it. I think this retails for like $70 something. So I've never purchased it full price, but I've gotten a lot of like small samples out of like Birchbox and Ipsy and all that. And then I've gotten a full-size one, I want to say previously from BoxyCharm, that was like a Valentine's Day collection or something like that. So then the other item that Ipsy picked for me is the Gold Fadden MD Solution Mist RX. It's a daily nutrient facial mist. It says quench a dull and dehydrated complexion with Dr. Goldfadden's ultrafine mist that infuses an extra boost of minerals, skin nourishing antioxidants, and nutrients anytime it feels stressed or dehydrated. So I'm going to spritz this in the air, see how we feel about it. I'm not going to put, I have 2 like skin sprays. I'm not going to put either of them on my face before makeup application because I want to see how the sponge works on its own, or if I was going to use a primer, how it works with one that I know and trust. I don't want to run the risk of one of these making the foundation not go on the way it should. So I'm going to spray it, see how the sprayer is, and then, yeah, shake before use. See how it smells. Ooh. Doesn't really have a smell. That first spray was kind of wild. It went everywhere. But yeah, it just leaves behind this very light, fresh scent. Not strong at all. So then, one of my choices was the Laura Geller Spackle Mist. It's Restore. It's a coconut water prime set and refresh spray. So it is, from what I was reading about it, I might have to just open this one later. This is not giving me a fun time. From what I was reading about it, it's more like it says, it's a refreshing spray, but it can be used to prep the face for makeup, set the face after makeup, and it's more of like a cooling almost. So like if your face is flushed or, you know, just needs cooling down, that's supposed to be kind of more like what this one is for, from what I saw. Oh, it definitely has a coconutty scent. Am I shaking this one? It doesn't say, but I'm going to anyway. Ooh, that's a very, very fine mist, and it definitely has a nice light coconut scent. I like that. All right, now we're gonna get into products that I can use. So it looks like all of my add-ons may have come in this box as well. So let's see. I'm gonna pull everything out so I have it in front of me so I know what I'm looking at. Ooh, I forgot about that. Okay, I'm excited. All right, so I got 2 brow products, both from Item Beauty. They're called the Brow Chow Ultra Fine Brow Definer. I got one in medium brown and one in warm blonde. Warm blonde is what I'm going to use today because I want just a very bare look. I'm not going to be putting a whole lot of makeup on because I want to use what I got in here. I forgot about this. This was something I redeemed points for a while back, and it's the Space Case Cosmetics Quad. It's a little eyeshadow palette. I figured if this doesn't work for eyeshadow, I can use some, if not all of these, for highlighter too. But I love Space Case. Oh, yeah, these are beautiful. I can definitely see myself using them as highlighter. We're going to put some on my eyes though today. And then I also got the ColourPop and Bretman Rock Wet Lip Bundle. It comes with an ultra satin lip, an ultra glossy lip, and a lippy pencil. I feel like the ultra satin lip might be a bit too light for me, but we're gonna find out. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna start, of course, with my eyebrows. So on one end, it has one of these little neat, like almost artisan brushes. And then I'm gonna slide off the shiny paper. And the other end, it has one of the, a lot of people hate this shape, excuse you, hate this shape. It's more of like a teardrop triangle brow pencil. I don't mind it. Ugh, my face is so red. I am so sorry, you guys. So I'm gonna let a little more light in on this side. I feel like usually the window lets in too much, but today I feel a little uneven. Okay. So I'm gonna start on the end. So I can see it. It's definitely not a strong shade, which is good because that's what I wanted. I feel like I could use this, my thought process. Typically when I fill in my brows, I go for a darker color because my brow hairs are not red. They're blonde and brown. So I typically go for a darker color because typically if I'm doing my brows, I want them to stand out. But I feel like I might could use this on days where I just want to give a little life to them without it being, I don't think the brown is too harsh, but without it being too harsh. I actually like this shape for brow pencils for the way that I do my brows. And when I had picked these, because these were add-ons, these were not, I mean, yeah, these were add-ons. So when I picked them, I couldn't see the shape of the tip. So it was just kind of a happy accident. But I've loved lately trying new brow products. I think that just fills them in just nice enough. I'm so sorry. I'm losing my voice bad this morning. I think it's because I've had kind of a rough week. And so my voice is just giving out on me. But yeah, I like that. Now we're going to move on over to super simple eyeshadow. So since all of these are shimmer, I do want to take a quick matte to put in the crease. Oh, my other add-on I forgot to show you was the Hemp's Lips Ultra Moisturizing Lip Balm. I've had that before. Love it. So we're going to just quickly take a fluffy brush. We're going to go back into my ColourPop All I See Is Magic palette. And I'm going to go in with this kind of medium shade. It's not like too warm or too cool. And I'm just going to kind of deposit that everywhere so that the shimmer might hopefully last a little longer throughout the day. Because if I just put that all over my eye and then into my crease, it's going to crease and it's not going to be very fair to the eyeshadow. And then we're going to move into foundation. So I can try a beauty blender for the first time. It feels weird, like, officially saying beauty blender. I really hope this thing impresses me. Because for all the hype, and again, maybe I'm just not a sponge girl. Because I like the Juno & Co. sponge in certain circumstances. So maybe sponges just aren't for me. But it's going to be nice to try the one that pretty much everyone originally ranted and raved about. Alright, so I'm going to go in with this shade Unicorn Horn, which is the second one. Ooh, that's so soft. And I'm just going to put this all over my, oh, look at that. I'm just going to put this all over my lid. Oh, that is so nice. I had another highlighter picked out, but to be honest, I might use one of these because these are gorgeous. Oh, that's just so nice. That's exactly what I wanted. Just a little, I mean, it's very shimmery, but just a little wash of color across the lids. Okay. Now, the moment you may not have been waiting for, but I definitely am, is foundation. So I've got my damp beauty blender, which has definitely grown in size. It looks like it got a little damaged. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell on camera, but it's definitely a little misshapen. But that's okay. We can be damaged and still be useful. My motto. So I'm going to use my CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made in L10. This is my tried and true go-to drugstore foundation. I know how it performs. I know what to expect from it as far as coverage. I know everything about it in and out. So if I'm going to like it with a foundation, I would think it's this one. But we'll see. So I'm going to do what I always do, which is just take my finger, mix it around on my hand a little bit to spread it out. And now I'm going to start putting it on my face. And then we're going to use a beauty blender and blend it out. So if you have used a beauty blender before, leave your thoughts on them down below. Do you think they're worth the hype? Do you just not like sponges? Is there a sponge you like better? Because I've definitely watched some YouTubers and talked to some people that prefer like the large, is it Eco Tools, that does like the big face and body sponge that's like orange and gets like 3 inches big. So, moment of truth. I do like the texture. It's very soft compared to some other sponges that I've used. So, I feel like the Juno & Co. is as soft, but definitely has a different texture because of the microfiber, the velvet microfiber around the edges. Anyway, so, yeah. If you've used a beauty blender, what were your thoughts? Again, do you think it's worth the hype? Do you think it's worth the price? Or do you think that you can get another sponge, like possibly the Eco Tools one, I've never used that one, and have it work the same, do the same thing, and be just as effective? I will say so far, like, I like the way it's looking on my forehead, and I know I moisturized this morning, but it's not emphasizing on that dry patch right here, which sometimes right after I shower can, even if I moisturize, be a lot worse because I shower in hot water, and hot water tends to make my skin a little dry, which again is why I try to moisturize the areas that need moisturizing, but I do acknowledge that most of my face is still more normal oily, so I don't heavily lay on the moisture all over. So I try to just target, just like when I exfoliate, because I've read so many mixed things about exfoliating really dry skin and that it can make it worse. I try to only exfoliate like from here down. I don't exfoliate my forehead because, or at least not regularly, because I don't want it to, I'm mad that I really like this. It has made it a lot dewier, and I feel like has taken away the smallest amount of coverage. But I still have a little bit on the back of my hand. I'm going to tap into it and see if I can build up on my cheeks a little. But I gotta say, I definitely like this better than some other sponges I've tried. I don't recall if this was the foundation that I used with the Juno & Co sponge when I did my techniques that I don't normally use video, because whatever foundation I used for that video looked okay with a sponge. So again, maybe it's just different foundations, but there's a little area here needs a little more blending. But I'm thoroughly impressed. Okay, Beauty Blender. Okay. I see. It won't go back in because it's so big, so I'm just going to set that over to the side. I enjoy that. I have a spot right there that itches. I don't feel like, even though it looks a little dewier, I feel like it sets down kind of the same, where at first it feels a little wet, not quite tacky, but I'm not going to need to set it. Alright, so now we're going to go in with the lippy. So this is the satin lip. It's in the shade She Cute. The glossy lip is the shade Kumquat. And the lippy pencil is in the shade... Is that just BFF3? Yeah. So BFF3, I'm going to swatch everything on the back of my hand, is pretty dark. I love me a good brown lip, so I definitely see me using this, just not for today. She Cute. Oh, I don't like the way that smells. Why does that smell like that? That's not a normal ColourPop lippy smell. I don't know what possessed me to smell it, but it does not smell good. That actually might be okay. It's a little more orangey than I typically go for. See, this doesn't smell the same as that one. This one has like a nice sweet smell. It's just a gloss. So I'm going to go in with the gloss for today. I hate these applicators. I'm just going to put it out there. They're like the brush, but they don't... I don't know. It feels like this whole set might be old. If I'm being honest, I love ColourPop, but do you see... Hold on. So for one, She Cute smells horrible. You see the brush tip. It is not bending. I'm having to force it to bend to be malleable, and none of the other ColourPop glosses that I've ever got have had that problem. Okay. So, might have to dig into that a little bit. Maybe pull up some batch numbers or something if I can get them. Okay. Now, I want to do a little bit of highlighter. So I'm going to go in with the Space Case Cosmetics Quad. I'm going to get me... Let me use this brush. This is a mystery. Oh, it's one of the Morphe eye brushes. But it's like fluffy. It's the size that I use for highlighter. So I'm going to go with Ghost Entered the Host. Okay, so the shades are Not Rocket Science, Unicorn Horn, Ghost Entered the Host, and Bellatrix. So I'm going to swatch the ones I haven't yet. So this is... You're not going to be able to see that. That's Not Rocket Science. This is Ghost Entered the Host and Bellatrix. Obviously, Bellatrix I'm not going to be able to use as a highlighter. It's just too deep for my skin tone. That first one, Not Rocket Science, is a lot drier than the rest and is really, really hard to see. So it's way over here, and then you've got the other two next to it. I think Not Rocket Science I would have to use for like a light inner corner highlight. But for my face highlight, we're going to go with Ghost Entered the Host. I'm just tapping my brush into it gently. This does have a mirror. Oh yeah. That's really nice. Eyeshadows. I mean, I'll use it for both. Because this one looks gorgeous on my eyes that I used. Which is the Unicorn Horn. But to be able to multitask it as a highlighter makes me very happy. Ooh! A little bit down my nose. And that is my full face. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this anyway to set. It's the Laura Geller Spackle Mist in Coconut. Oh, it smells very nice. I'm really impressed with the Beauty Blender. I already love this foundation, so like I said, if I was going to like it with a foundation, it was probably going to be that one. But, yeah, I really like it. Now, I get to go clean my whole living room. So, let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know what you're getting. If you know, have you tried a Beauty Blender? Do you like it? Do you think they're worth it? And let me know what you think about my other products down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and subscribe to see more of my content. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!